From Studio X, in Galaxy's Edge, in Blackspire Outposts, on the planet of Batuu, welcome to the Disney Final Four Selection Show. This is John Knitter, and I'm Bryan Perri.
If you're watching this, you're probably locked in your house with nothing better to do. So we are here to give you something a little different. After watching every Disney animated movie of all time in chronological order, we're here to answer that exact question: what is the best Disney movie of all time?
But John, did you just say we? Don't you mean they?
Oh, of course, Bryan. They. All of us. Together.
After spending all of 2016 and 2017 meticulously ranking all of these movies, we have come up with a March Madness bracket. 64 movies battling for ultimate supremacy, and that will be decided by you, the people. But John, there are a few rules.
Included are Walt Disney Animation Studios and Pixar Studios films only. That means no Disney Toon films, which nixes a lot of sequels, and movies like A Goofy Movie. The rankings we based this off of are off of Rotten Tomatoes scores, our team of experts, and off of your annoying Facebook tiered lists that you have been doing over the last few days with these movies.
Your votes will determine the winner of each matchup. You can vote on Twitter at Disney Final Four, on Instagram via our stories, or right here on Facebook. There are 32 matchups that take place over the next 2 days. Voting begins at 10 a.m. tomorrow and lasts until 8 p.m.
We will be going live each night to give you the results. And with that, drum roll please. Let's take a look at our first round.
All right, so here we go. The tournament is split into 4 sections. We'll start with the Toy Story section, John. Toy Story getting a 1 seed, and here is the reveal. Toy Story will battle Brother Bear, which is the 16 seed.
And rounding up the top 3, we have Tarzan at number 2 and Cinderella at number 3. Earlier today, we did talk to Alyssa about this section of the bracket, so here we are with Alyssa.
Here to break down the Toy Story section is the wonderful Alyssa Conrad. Alyssa, thank you for joining Jonathan and I. It's a pleasure to have you.
Happy to be here, as always.
Mulan, Wall-E. Great matchup. Different styles of animation. What are your thoughts?
I mean, you got an 8 and a 9. I do have to say, I'm going to go with Mulan. Nothing beats Christina Aguilera's Reflections.
Wow.
It's going to win.
Yeah, you know what? That's true. I believe she is also doing a song for the live action whenever that can come out.
I thought the live action had no songs.
Yeah, well, I think she's doing a credits version of the song. Or it was for the trailer. I don't know.
Alyssa, thank you so much for joining us. It was really a pleasure.
Happy to be here.
As you can see in this section of the bracket, we got Frozen with the number 1 against the 16 Sword and the Stone. That seems like a really awesome road for Frozen to start it off.
I have to contact our director, Gavin. Gavin, is it Sword in the Stone or Sword and the Stone?
Sword in the Stone.
Was that an in? Okay, so John, you were wrong.
Oh yeah, Sword in the
Doesn't matter,
Stone,
it's getting
yeah.
eliminated by Frozen
Right,
by
we don't
tomorrow.
have to worry.
Onward snuck in as the 15. He'll take on Sleeping Beauty at 2. Frozen and Frozen 2 are both in this section of the bracket. To discuss it, the one and only beautiful China Stacks.
We have China here now to talk about the Frozen section. China, of course, is a producer, makeup artist, and Bryan's love interest. Happy to have you here, China.
Hey, boys.
The Frozen section is an interesting one, as it has both Frozen films in it. What are your thoughts on the 2019 sequel?
I liked it.
It's great. It's great insight.
What's your other favorite matchup?
I'd have to say Big Hero 6 versus Princess and the Frog. Yeah, you know, Baymax definitely has the height advantage there, obviously. But I think Tiana outworks him every time, and that's a factor for sure. And also, you know, everyone loves that movie and soundtrack.
One last thing I have to say. do not sleep on Prince Naveen.
Who?
Yikes. And thanks for stopping by.
I'll miss you.
Thanks for having me.
All right, it's time for the next section. It is the Lion King section. The number 1 overall seed in the entire tournament should have a cakewalk against John Travolta and Bolt. And keep your eye on my personal favorite, Zootopia, at number 3.
And rounding up the top 3 is Little Mermaid against Meet the Robinsons. I really expect Little Mermaid to travel far there and hoping to see Zootopia do the same thing. And now we are joined by the pride of the Midwest, Gavin Mosier.
All right, and here to break down the Lion King section of the tournament is the audio engineer, the director of this studio show of Disney Final Four, Mr. Gavin Mosier. Gavin, thanks for joining us.
Hey, you boys. Thanks for having me.
Hello, G.
Hey G, can anyone stop the Lion King?
I'll tell you what, boys. That Lion King is a locomotive train that ain't stopping for no one. That damn Scar is such a good villain. Ooh, he gives me the willies.
Yeah, I hear you.
What other game do you have your eye on?
Ooh, looky there at that little rat Remy. He could easily squeak by a Dumbo. People love an underdog. That number 10 looks great.
Gavin, thank you.
You're welcome. You bet.
And in the Beauty and the Beast section, we have, as you can see, the number 1 Beauty and the Beast against 16 Black Cauldron. That seems like an easy victory in the first round for Beauty and the Beast.
Aladdin at number 2. My personal one to keep an eye on is Moana at number 5. I expect her to easily demolish Fantasia at 12. We were joined by Caitlin earlier to discuss this section, so let's go to that interview now.
Hey Caitlin, nice to have you on the show today.
Well, hello, folks. How are we doing?
We're doing great, and first things first, there is one particular matchup in this section that I know you have your eye on. It's a very intriguing one. It's Lady and the Tramp at 6 against Incredibles 2 at 11. Who do you like there?
Well, I mean, I love myself some pasta, but Jack is going for the win.
Wow. Incredibles 2 with the upset. So you like Jack more than Lady or the Tramp? Do you not like dogs?
Oh, I'm a huge dog lover, but you can never go wrong with a baby.
Oh, you hear
very
that,
nice.
Gavin?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Gavin heard it and he reacted.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So there you have it. So get to voting, because this tournament is only possible with viewers like you. Thank you.
For Gavin, Caitlin, China, and Alyssa, who just got back home from to the studio. This is Bryan. I'm John. Stay sweet.